Today I'm taking a look at another classical ukulele book. This time it is Francisco Tárrega for ukulele, arranged by Andrzej Sarek. I am not sure if that is how you pronounce his name, so I do apologise if it is incorrect. It includes 38 works by the Spanish classical guitarist and composer Tárrega. As you can see, this includes pieces such as Lágrima, Recuerdos de la Alhambra, Gran Vals, and Pavana. Again, apologies for my pronunciation. The book features both standard notation and tablature and includes a one-page section on how to read tablature. However, to use this book effectively, you will need to understand how to read rhythm or know the pieces well enough in order to work out how to play them. I got my copy from amazon.co.uk for about £20. And I'll leave a link in the description. The pieces have been arranged for high G ukulele, so that's something to bear in mind. I have noticed there's at least a few pieces that you could sort of adapt so that you could play them on a ukulele with a low G string, but this book really is more for a high G. I haven't played every single piece in the book so far, but the ones I have played are in a different key to the original guitar arrangements. This is so they better suit the ukulele, and they do sound nice, but it's something to bear in mind, and I'll explain why. Unlike a lot of books these days, this one does not come with access to recordings of the arrangements. Unless you are very good at working out how to play something just from the written music alone, which a lot of people are, it is obviously helpful to listen to recordings, and then you can sort of work out any sections that you're not entirely sure of. So you can still do this by finding and listening to original guitar arrangements, but they will be in a different key, so you just have to adapt your ear when you're listening, and you can't really play along because they're in different keys. So you can listen to a section and then play a section and then go back and forward between the audio and the written music, which works fine. You can do it that way, but I do think it is easier to learn if you've got something in the same key. I still think it's worth the money. It's got a good range of pieces included, and they also range in difficulty and length, which is nice. To have that variety, and the book is also well laid out, and it does sit open quite well at the page you're looking at. You know what I mean? Something to be aware of though is that I would say the pieces would suit a sort of early intermediate level player to an advanced player. I think if someone was a late beginner level, they would probably still get something out of the book. It's certainly something they could grow and learn with, and there are a few shorter preludes which I think they would probably be able to play with a bit of work. So I think all that's really left to do is play a few pieces from the book. I'm going to start with one that's referred to as Prelude number 23. I have found recorded versions of this referred to as Prelude in D major, however. Did I mention that it also includes the fingerings for the left hand as well, which is quite handy, although sometimes I use different fingerings. Sometimes I find what they suggest works, and sometimes I find a way that better suits me. This one I actually learned first on classical guitar when I was in school, and it remains one of my favourite pieces. I'll not play the repeats, but it's Tárrega's study in E minor, and it's been transposed for the ukulele. And then this one I'm learning just now, it's called Pavana. I'll just play a little part of it. I think I'll put a full version of this up on my channel, but once I've practiced it a bit more. And then it goes on to and I think I'll leave it at that because I'll just end up butchering it, and it's such a nice piece that I don't want to do that. So some really nice pieces are included in this book. If you are into classical ukulele, if you particularly like Tárrega, I definitely recommend this. I'm going to put a link in the description to a video on YouTube, which is actually just audio recordings of Tárrega works, which is a really good reference point. And also, if you are not familiar with many of his works, it's a good place to go and have a listen and see if you like it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.